All right, I'll be working on this Geze Standard. 5 pins, no security pins. Going with the moderate tension. Checking 1. Nothing on 1. 2 is loose. 3 is binding. That's a warning. 4 is binding. Click. 5 is binding. Checking 1. 1 is binding. Click on 1. 2 is binding. And we got it open. Alright, so let's gut it. So that was giving me difficulty because I kept oversetting the pins. So just be careful when you're setting these up that when you come in, we'll lock this back up, you can clearly see it's open. So when you're picking these things, what I've been doing was I believe that I was coming in here, let's get a little better view. So pretty much when I was picking, you gotta make sure that I'm kind of flagging to get it started. And as I'm picking, I'm not always picking at this angle. I'm picking kind of here. And what's happening is I get caught, and then when I apply a lot of force, it just goes through, and you hear that loud click, and then I wind up pushing through. So I kept, instead of just going slow and you'd hear for click, it would come in here and click really hard, and I'd overset. So just be careful when you're working with some of this kind of parasitic keyways. Take this, put this here. All right, we'll zoom in a little bit. Not that it's a big deal to gut this, it's just a yellow mill. But you know what, I like to practice. You can see what's inside of it, why not, right? Doesn't hurt anything. And I had to cut this open because oh no, this is the one I cut open. I cut a different open because I didn't want to do a front follower. This one will take the rear follower. All right, good. Pop this back off. All right, and I just 3D printed a C-clip on here just because the other one was a metal one that you'd have to bend, and I really didn't want to bend that. So now I don't have to by making a kind of easy plastic one. All right, put the key in. There for now. So you see you got your 5 pins. Okay. 1 key pin, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 5 key pins. No warding, no milling, which you would not expect in yellow boat. All right, let's just organize a little bit, make them pretty. Yeah, nothing fancy to lock, but this actually gave me a lot of difficulty because I just kept oversetting it. And it's just that warning. I'm just not used to parasitic keyway, so I slip off a lot and just cause a lot of my own damage, and that's okay. That's why I get them, so that way I can learn something different instead of the standard American. Here's a standard pin here. Instead of having the standard American pins, another standard, which again all of them are standard. But American keyways seem to be wide open in my opinion. And again, these European locks, these different brands really help out the standard. And always good gutting practice when you're gutting these is, you want to show that it's in the right direction. And when you get to higher belt levels, you really need to make sure that's right. And then the rest are just going to be springs. Not all of them. All right, so there's 1, 2, 3. Let's see what the last ones are. Number 5 and number 4. Hope those dropped out. But this guy's mangled a little bit, isn't he? A little mangled action. All right, and that's all of it. Let's take a close-up. There you go. Just very simple standards, but it gave me a lot of problems. I've had, you just get used to something, and a lot of my green belts that sit at my end stand, my end table at night, just burn through like they're nothing, and this one gave me quite a bit of problems. So you saw the quickened version, but I assure you I did a lot more prior to that. All right, that's all I got.